Good morning and welcome to Family Computer Center. In this video, we are going to discuss about how to make a data entry user form using Excel VBA. So in here, we have an employee database which is having space for employee ID, employee name, gender, department, and salary. Okay. So we need to do the data entry to this database, but we don't want people to directly go here and enter the data. We want people to have a main menu, have a register employee button. So when we click this register employee button, it should bring up a user form where people can type all these details. And once they click the save button, all the data entered should go to this page. That's what is our requirement. So in this videos we are going to learn how to design a user form for making this data entry. So making the user form, I will switch to my Visual Basic editor and I will simply go to insert, and this time I will not choose module, I will choose something called user form. So when you choose user form, you can see user form is now added to your Visual Basic, and you can see there is a toolbox which is having controls to place on the user form. Okay, so once you add a user form, you have properties window. So here the properties window is not visible. If the properties window is not visible, you can click this properties window button, or you can press the F4 key on your keyboard, which will display the properties related to the selected object. So now the selected object is user form, so that's why it is showing the properties for the user form. Okay, so there are many properties, but we will set only the properties which is required for us. Okay, so in the user form, this form is the main control because all other controls or all other items will be placed on the form. So the form is the one carries all other controls. So I will show you the basic properties you have to set for the form. So the property number one you have to set for the form is the name of the form. So I'm just giving FRM data entry. So when you are giving a name for the form, you have to start with 3 letters FRM. Then you have to give a name of your choice without space. Okay. And second property is background color. If you would like to give a background color for this user form, you could choose the back color property. So I will just choose palette, and I'm gonna use something like this, which is a mild color. Correct. Okay. And border color and border style, all up to you. So the border style property I'm setting to border style single, because I don't want people to resize my form while it is running. Okay, and finally we have a property called caption. Caption is the text we display here, so I'm giving like a register new employee. So that's the caption which is displaying here. So what is the difference between the name and caption? Name is the name of the form which we use to refer the form in code. Caption is the text display on the form. Okay, so now we have almost done the designing with the user form. If you want to specify the font also, you can specify from here. I'm just choosing Calibri regular 12 size. Okay, so the font will be applied to other controls we place on the form. Okay, so now our user form is ready, but we don't have any controls on it, so we need to make controls for accepting ID, name, gender, and all those things. Okay, so I'm going back to the user form design. I'll place it side by side so you can see it in action. Okay, so first I want a box for accepting the ID. So here in the toolbox you can see there is something called text box. So I double click on the text box. Then I come back to my user form and I click and drag it. So I got a text box. Text box means a box for accepting the inputs. So this is a text box for accepting the ID. Okay, so for this text box I will be setting only the name because I want to refer this box in the code. So I'm giving like txt id. So that's the name of the text box. Okay, but if I keep this text box like this, when I run my program, my user will not understand what to do with this text box. So in order for the user to understand what is the purpose of this text box, we need to add a label for the text box which displays or which helps the user to understand this text box is for entering the ID of the employee. Correct? Okay, so for that I will use something called a label, and I click here and I will set the caption for the label. Then I'm giving ID, and I will choose auto size true because it will be sizing depends on the content in it. So now people will understand this text box is for entering the ID. Okay, so the next box I want for the name, so I will add one more text box below this one. This is for the employees to, this is for the data entry operator to enter the name of the employee. Same like the ID, we will give a name for this one. I will give txt name, correct? And I need to set a label for this also. So I'll go label, then I'm giving the caption employee name, and auto size I will put true, so that it will automatically size depends on the content in it. Correct? And I place it same like ID. Correct? So the people will now understand, or the data entry operators will now understand, this box is for the ID and this box is for typing the employee name. Next I want to have something to enter gender. Then I will first put a frame, then like this I will put a frame. So I have a frame. So for the frame one caption I am giving like gender. Then inside that frame I am going to add two items, two option buttons. So this is one option button. This is for male, and I will have another option button for female also. So here caption I will give male, and here I will give the caption female. So you can see this option button is for the male, this is for the female. Correct? So I put frame just for categorizing this. Okay, now we need something for the department. For the department I will choose a combo box. So combo box is a box where you can open and select one item from the list. Okay, so this is a combo box, and I will change the name of the combo box to CBO department. Correct? And same like the ID and employee name text box, I'm going to add a label for this, and I'm saying like department. Correct? Auto size true. I will keep it close to this. Finally, I need a text box for the salary. So I will place a text box for accepting the salary. And same like other text boxes, I will give the name txt salary. Then we will have a label for this also. And that label I will write salary. Auto size, make it true, and keep it close. And for option button also I will give the name opt male. Then this one I will give opt female. Correct? Okay, so you might have noticed that I'm giving name for all these items, but I'm not giving name for the labels. Okay, because I'm giving name only for the controls which I'm going to use in the code. These are the controls which helps the user to identify what are these controls for. We need to name only the controls which we are going to use in the code. Now finally I need to have two buttons. One is for saving and one is for exiting. So I will add one command button here and another command button here, and for this I will give the caption save. Then for this I will give the caption exit. For this I will give the name btn save because it's a button, that's why I give btn, and this one is btn exit. Now my form is ready. Correct? Okay, designing of the form is over. Designing and naming the form is over. So now in order to, I want, like when I click this button, this form should pop up. So if you want to trigger something in a button click, definitely you need to have a module and a sub. So we will go back to Visual Basic editor and I will insert a module, and for that module I will give like launch form. Then I'm giving like sub open registration. Okay, then I'm saying like frm data entry dot show. That means what? Show the data entry form. So I will assign the macro to this button. Now when I click this, you can see the form is popping up. So we are halfway through the data entry. So next target for us, like now you can see ID, you can give a number, employee name, you can give a name, and department gender, you can choose a gender, but department box is empty. So the next target for us is like when we click the register employee form, when it opens, when I click this one, it should show me the department, admin, sales and marketing. 3 department, admin, sales and marketing. Okay, so for that I will go back to my Visual Basic, and this thing should happen when the form is activated. So I double click in the blank area of the form, and you can see when I double click in the blank area of the form, automatically a sub is generated, sub user form underscore click. So this means when the user click on the user form, actually the loading of the content should happen when the user form is activated. So you can see here the control is user form and the event is click. So when I open this one, you can see there is an event called activate. So I choose activate event. I will remove the click event. So during the activation, what should happen? Then I'm saying CBO department dot add item, and I'm saying like sales. Then I will repeat this, CBO department dot add item. Then I'm saying marketing. Then CBO department dot add item admin. So 3 departments. So we have added this. So when I come back, when I click this register employee, when I click this, we have sales, marketing and admin open here. So the add item method is used to add item to a combo box. So combo box name dot add item, and in quotation what are the items you want to add. This is how you add the items to the combo box. Next target, we should understand whether the user clicked the button male or female while we save this one. So under the save option, under the save button click, I'm going to write dim gender as string. Then I'm saying like if opt male dot value equals true, then gender equals male. Else if opt female dot value equals true, then gender equals female. Okay, else I will trigger a message box. Please choose your gender. VB okay only plus VB information comma gender required, and if. So far we have received the gender also. Okay, so now what should happen, like when I click this one, when I enter the details, it should go to the corresponding cells of this sheet. Okay, so for that, first we have to find out the last empty row, and we need to add the items to that empty row. So I will declare the worksheet variable dim ws as worksheet. Then I'm saying like set ws is equal to this workbook dot sheets of data. And inside the data sheet, first we will declare a variable for last row, lrow as long. Then I'm saying like lrow equals application dot worksheet function dot count a of ws dot range of a colon a. So we got the last row. So now we need to take the data from the form text box and place it here. Correct? Okay. So inside this one, I'm just adding +1 because we don't want the last row, we want the last empty row. Correct? So I'm saying like ws dot range of a and al row equals txt id dot text. That means what? Take the text from txt id and put it in the last row in the a column. So that means the id text will be added in the id column here. Correct? So we will repeat the same for the name. ws dot range of b and l row equals txt name dot text. Okay, so we received name and id. So now gender we already find out in the gender variable. So I'm saying like ws dot range of c and l row equals gender. Correct? Now the department, so ws dot range of d and l row equals cbo department. Then ws dot range of last one e and l row equals txt salary. There you go. Or dot text even. Correct. Okay. So now it's done. Let's try to execute this one. So I go back to the main menu. I click the register employee. So I'm giving ID number 101, employee name Joji, male, department admin, salary 25,000. Save. So I will close this and check. There you go. It came here. Correct? But when I save this one, there was no message showing up and it doesn't clear the data also. So we need to have a code for clearing the data and a message box also. So I will say msg box data saved, then VB information plus VB OK only, comma, save success. Correct? For cleaning the data, I will write a separate sub. I'm just trying sub clean off. Then I'm saying like txt id dot text equals nothing, txt name dot text equals nothing, then opt male dot value equals false, then opt female dot value equals false, then cbo department dot text equals nothing, then finally txt salary dot text equals nothing. Correct? So this is for cleaning everything. So I will call this clean sub here, call clean. So the clean sub will be called here. So let's execute it once again and see what's happening. So when I click register employee, ID number 102, Mary, female, department marketing, salary 15,000, save. So it shows me the message data saved. When I click OK button, everything in the form is now cleared. That's what the clean do, right? Okay. So when it goes back, the data came in here. Correct? Okay. So now finally what I want to do is like I want to program the exit button. So when I click the exit button, I'm just giving the code end. End is for stopping the user form. So when I click register employee, when I click exit, it stops. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you will not miss any further video we post.